Shall we just sit here and wait for autumn to arrive? Is it here yet? Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of The Fragrantician, where here on my channel I just talk about perfumes and nothing else. So if you're vibing and you're feeling it like I am, then keep on watching. So in today's video, it is all about some fragrances, some perfumes, some smells that I am interested, I am wanting, and I will be wearing this coming autumn. I could have thought of 5, I could have thought of 10, I could have put 15, but I came up with the obscure number of 7. Maybe it's the lucky number. I don't know. But if you're thinking, what fragrances is she going to talk about? Then stay tuned. So the first one is going to be a bit of a wild card. One that I have only ever briefly spoken about once, and I thought I wouldn't go back to it. But having revisited this perfume, my opinion has changed. And this could be a perfume for all year round, but I think this is going to be so befitting for autumn, fall, whatever you call it. We call it autumn here in the UK. And that is Dryad by Papillon Perfumes. Now, I have a tiny bit left of this sample, as you can see here. And I've had this for several months, and when I first tried it, you're going to settle down, my boy. When I first tried it, it wasn't really a love at first sniff. It is a perfume that I thought I would love at first sniff. However, it wasn't like a big dislike, but it wasn't a like. But now, having revisited it, my opinion has changed. I think it's because when I first smelt it, I thought to myself, I've smelt something like this before. And when I thought about it, it came to me. It isn't the same by no means, but it's Eau de Soir by Sisley. It has a similar vibe to it. Now, you know me, I don't really go on notes really. To me, although it has narcissus, cedar, galbanum, oak moss, it is like that classic chypre because it has oak moss and galbanum in. But it does also have a little bit of a nod to Hera. Just a little bit. There's no ambrette in here. There isn't any jasmine in here. There's none of those other white florals. But Hera has more powderiness, where this is your classic austere chypre fragrance. And I really, now I have tried it for the umpteenth time, I absolutely want it in my collection. And it really has surprised me. It's a myriad of everything that I feel in it. It has a nefarious forest. But you know what? If I'm going to be completely honest, I just want to be taken at the foot of a tree wearing this. This is how I feel wearing it. I just want to feel the ground beneath me and feel... Why does it always have to come back to sex? It still does. Salome is completely different, but it has this naturalness about it, but it also has this kind of, you know, that song Windmills of Your Mind? It conjures up so many different feelings of, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not hallucinogenic, but it slightly is hallucinogenic. It's a bit of a spell after I have revisited it. I think maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind at the time. I was maybe searching for something that wasn't there. Now it is there. So, Dryad by Papillon is the first one that I am longing to wear now in the months of autumn. So let's go to the next one, which is a completely different fragrance, if you could ever imagine, and that is Flowerbomb Nectar by Victor and Rolf, which in my opinion is so much better than the original Flowerbomb. It has this gunpowder note in it, which gives it a slight metallic feel, but the sweetness comes through, and the sweetness amps up on my skin. This I cannot wait to wear when the evenings start to get colder. It's a cozy fragrance. It's inviting, slightly sexy, but it's playful. There's nothing too dramatic about this fragrance. And this is a 90ml that I have, and it has it's very, very different, I think, to the original Flowerbomb. It has that almost sweetness nectar sap from the florals combined with this, you know, I've never shot a gun, but that feeling after a gun has been shot, that gunpowder in the air as it settles on those flowers after a duel between two men fighting over their belle, their billet doux, as we say. It's a, Flowerbomb Nectar, Victor and Rolf. Beautiful, cannot wait to wear it for autumn. Now this next one is a chocolatey rose sandalwood, and it is Santal Majascule, which I really want to wear now. However, I think it's going to be perfect for those autumn months. It's like chocolate velvet with a sprinkling of rose petals and this woodiness that's wrapped around it. And it has a beautiful magical feel to it. I've only really worn this once, really, for a full day, and it was in the height of summer. And as you know, I'm not a seasonal fragrance. However, this has to be one for autumn and winter. So, Santel Majascule, please just let those days get cooler so I can wear you. Now, this next one is when I want to get dressed up. L'Interdit, the Rouge version by Givenchy. This has ginger. It's a spicy kick with tuberose. Now it has no vanilla in, but I feel it has vanilla. For some reason, that spiciness dissipates into this sweetness. This isn't a linear scent. The ginger is there at the beginning. However, that spiciness, that fieriness on my skin dissipates, and it dries down to this floral creamy, sweet fragrance that is just decadent. L'Interdit, Rouge by Givenchy. I think, apart from the original one, this is the next best one that I absolutely love. Well, there you go, my darling. So, L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy. When I want to feel stylish, when I want to feel like I'm not looking how I'm looking now, ready for bed, which I will be after this video. But yes, L'Interdit Givenchy, the Rouge edition. Now this next one has to be, I'm going to have to be in the mood. This is a mood fragrance, particularly this one. And if you're familiar with this house, you'll know what I mean. It is, as the slogan is, liquid emotions. There you go. And it is Lost in Heaven by Francesca Bianchi. Now, this is a true journey, a true cacophony of notes. It is animalic and musks, but it is combined with ambery florals. Starts off with like this fruit almost, but it's buttery, it's rich, it's what I call my Wizard of Oz fragrance. And by that, I mean, imagine you're Dorothy and you're walking through that poppy field and you're seeing the Emerald City and all of your dreams are going to come true. This is how I imagine this scent to be. But there is darkness to this. It's nefarious, it is dark, and that is this animalic musk that plays into it and says, hello, I'm here. I'm going to come for you. But ultimately, it's a war between the two. It's like heaven and hell, hell and heaven. It's a juxtapose of notes. You have to like this fragrance. You cannot blind buy this fragrance. Cumin plays some prominence in it as well. And because of that, it's just so beautiful, and it's a perfume that if you spray too much, it's going to wear you. You're not going to wear it. But it is a mood, a brooding, but beautiful scent. It has a little tiny bit, just a little tiny bit, and it's a fragrance I don't really like actually. Elephant by Kenzo, Jungle. That bottle, just slight, I would say probably about 30% the same kind of similar vibe. But because of the spiciness, but the florals and the animalic musks, and it's so narcotic, so beautiful. Again, it's one of those perfumes like Dryad, which you have to, when you first smell it, you have to experience it to see if you like it. Lost in Heaven by Francesca Bianchi. Quite a masterpiece in my opinion from her brand, which I am so excited to wear this coming September, October, November time. And lastly, if there was ever a fragrance which I call the Queen of Sheba for autumn and winter, although I wear it all year round now, because I did in the summer, but I'm still going to carry on wearing it because I have multiple bottles of it. Hypnotic Poison by Dior. Although I have 3 bottles of this, one of them is behind me, of the original formula. So I kind of first spray with this no, I first spray with this and then I top it up with this if I need to. Or alternately, what I tend to do is I first spray with this and then I just top up with this if I need to, because this lasts. This is a beast. This is 10 hours on my skin, whereas this is probably about 6 hours on my skin. If I overspray this by spraying 15 to 20 sprays, I will get the same performance as I do with this. However, this is the newest formula, and this is I think the kind of closest in smell to the original one. So I'm going to show you this one because this is the most accessible. This is a vanilla and almond. I don't really detect any florals in there. There's meant to be jasmine, there's meant to be lily of the valley. I don't really get that. It's more of this slight marzipan feel, this vanilla dripping over almonds. It's cozy, it's comforting, easily signature scent worthy, and I get multitudes of compliments from it. From wearing it to work, from wearing it even in, this is the one perfume, one of the rare perfumes that people have actually come up to me and said, "What are you wearing?" So it works on me. Hypnotic Poison by Dior. If there was other than Midnight Poison, because I wasn't sure whether to choose Midnight Poison or Hypnotic Poison in this list, I went for this because this is more accessible. So beauty, stunner, daytime, nighttime, all year round, but, in my opinion, it's going to be perfect for autumn and winter. So I cannot wear it. I cannot wait to wear it these coming autumnal months. So what are yours? What are your suggestions? What perfumes do you think you want to wear this coming autumn? Please let me know. Let me know in the comments. And I will say, look out for a special video this coming week. Oh yes, I am doing a collaboration with somebody, and in my opinion, she's a bit of a queen. She's a bit of a diva in YouTube, and I will say no more, but watch out for this video. You've been watching another edition of the Fragrantician. Until next time, don't stress about things too much. For example, I follow the 5 method. If it's 5 seconds, if it's 5 minutes, if it's 5 hours, if it's 5 days, months, weeks, or years. If it's 5 years or 5 months, for example, it's going to be a bit of a big deal, and you're going to put everything into it. So that's what your priority is. But if it's only going to be 5 seconds or 5 minutes, then don't sweat the small stuff. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.